Hello everybody, and welcome to another recap video. So today was pretty similar to the last couple of days. The gap scanner this morning was pretty weak, looking for stuff that was up on news. There was a couple of things that were up, but the charts didn't look very good. The news didn't seem very strong or convincing. And yeah, it was a bit of a slow day, kind of like I said, the last 2 days. So I'm going to be going over the trades that I did take on drug. I ended the day plus 128 and 80 cents. So it was a good day for what the market gave. There was one opportunity on that stock that I'm going to talk about that I missed. That has been a pretty good trade recently. So yeah, when I drew the line in the sand like about 15 minutes ago, and since then, VACC made a big leg up. But this thing's kind of lower volume. I don't even remember what the news headline was on it. I'm not too interested in trading it, so I'm just going to call it a day at where I am right now. So overall, the markets did better than they've been doing the last couple of days. I think right now the SPY is up about 1%. That's the wrong one. Yeah, so the SPY is up about 1%. The NASDAQ is up a little over 1%. So it's good to see that. The market sentiment is seems to be a little bit better. But today there wasn't much opportunity other than on drug. Now this was a stock that was in play this last week. If you look at the daily chart, we've had quite a bit of action on it since the 18th. So anyway, my first couple of trades on it were right up through this area when it broke over. I had this line drawn from pre-market. It's supposed to be covering this. I think I accidentally dragged it. Anyway, from pre-market, and I wanted to see it break over this level, which ended up doing in a pretty nice fashion, where it broke over this clear resistance and then ended up using it as a support. So I ended up taking the 1 minute pullback here, and then I got out. Now with this stock, again with this, I was trading it a little too quickly on my exits. Something that I like to do with my strategy is I get in on dips, and if I don't catch the bottom and it seems like it's hesitating, I get out right away without a blink of an eye. But if I catch the bottom and it seems to bounce right away, and now I'm up 2 or 3 cents, I think it'd be beneficial to hold for a bit of a bigger green move versus taking it off the table for 5 to maybe 8 cents. Like today, my 2 winners were both 6 cent winners, so that not very big. But my accuracy today on it was pretty good. I had those two 6 cent winners, another small winner, and then the other 2 trades were break even. So at 73 and at 99. So yeah, I took this pullback here, and then I also wanted to take my second trade was, let's see here, from 83. So yeah, and this one here, when it pulled back, towards the top of this move, I ended up catching it in this candle when it made this push to 24 here. I'm sorry, 293. I don't know how I got 24 from. Anyway, so that was where I made about $100 on these 2 trades. So on this 1 minute pullback, and then when this pushed, it dipped and I got in for the retest of highs and took about another 6 cents off it there. Now on this move here is where I could have done better. This move here. This ascending resistance line I didn't draw. It wasn't here until this bounced off of it. So I couldn't have used that as information. But anyway, it's a very similar situation to a move that we had last week, where stock made a big leg up and starting to kind of consolidate, but now it's pulling down. There's some selling pressure coming in. And then we get one candle that ends up making a pretty big dip. That dip gets bought up. The candle turns green. And then from there, it's just buyers are stacking in like crazy, and then it ends up ripping through highs. And when it got to about 75 here, and this turned green after this big dip, I knew it in the back of my head that this thing was gonna be strong. But then when it ripped past 82 here, I missed the entry. And then it went and sat up around 87, pulled back to 85. And I'm okay, if it's gonna hold 85, that's where I want to get in for the break. It did. It started pushing. I got filled a little bit high at 87, and then it pushed up here to 90s and pulled back again, and it hesitated, and that's where I got out. So I got out for about 2 cents of profit, and then it did end up ripping through highs and went to $3.04. So I left about 15 cents on the table to highs. Obviously, it's unrealistic to think you're going to sell at the high of every move. But if I were to, that would be another 15 cents. So yeah, that was a trade that I was just a little bit hesitant on, and I shouldn't have been. I should have just, when I saw this, I should have went with my gut. I should have been in, and just gave it a little bit more of a chance. But so yeah, I'll keep that in mind for the next time I see a move similar to that. So that was the big trade that I kind of missed. I tried one more trade off this dip here, off 73, and man, was that a good entry. I got in at 73, but after these two big this was a big sell-off here, and after this, I wanted to see a quick pop. You know, when it bottomed out on this candle, it popped up at maybe 2 or 3 cents, and it just kind of held around there and hesitated, and that's where I got right back out, and that was a break-even trade. I mean, I was 1 cent basically from 38 to 40, and then it ends up reversing and turns into a nice green candle, and that again right there could have been 15 cents of profit just on this candle. So 2 trades on this that I missed. I could have done better on, but all in all, it was a pretty good day. Still up 128. And yeah, there really wasn't anything else out there to discuss other than the trades that I took on drug. Yeah, these were the 3 stocks that were on the watch. It was VACC, KAVL, and Plug. And this one was a bit higher flow. It's more expensive. I wasn't really going to trade it anyway. I just wanted to see what it was going to do. And then SSY, and they basically all faded. So yeah, opportunity was limited today, but I did pretty well on drug, and here it comes back up to VWAP. We'll see if it can hold. So this will be interesting. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Solid green day. This has been my 8th green day in a row, so I'm feeling good going forward, but don't want to get overconfident. But yeah, I hope you guys are green. Maybe you can learn a little bit from my trades, and I'm gonna get out of here.